What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns doing a breakdown of the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer, linked below in the description section. So let's get to it, shall we? Because I'm really excited. I mean, I watched this trailer like a bazillion times already. Now, it is absolutely beautiful. And it starts off with apparently these hills, and you see it appears to be dawn. You know, the sun is just coming up, and there's like a lone rider coming up over the hill. It's a really cool shot. Plus, the music's perfect. It's very beautiful in the background. And then, of course, the next scene is what appears to be some elk walking around in the wilderness. And you see some mountains to the right, along with a bit of trees, some forest there, some water down below in the plains. I mean, it's just breathtaking. This entire trailer is breathtaking, to say the least. The next scene, of course, is at what appears to be a farm or a ranch. And, of course, you see a bull skull on the fence. And you see a home over there. And then some what appears to be cattle, I believe. And obviously some pretty tall grass. Next scene, of course, is in the woods. Now, if you look really close, there is an animal. Actually, there's two animals. I think the little animal might be a rabbit, and the other animal might be a badger. I could be wrong about that. I looked at it several times, but it's obviously a little predator, you know, getting himself some food, some breakfast or some lunch. But still, really cool scene here in the forest, you know, just everyday life going on in the wilderness. And of course, the next scene is breathtaking as well. And you see what appears to be some egrets flying overhead. You see what appears to be a river, you know, in the middle of this forest with mountains on either side. It's obviously cloudy, but still, it's very majestic. And the next scene is at night. Now, one of the favorite things that I love doing in Red Dead Redemption was just riding around at night, because it was absolutely beautiful to ride around in that game at night. And during the daytime as well, but there was just something peaceful about it, especially when it was clear and you could see the stars in the sky. And obviously, this is by a body of water in the forest, and it's a campsite. And I see at least, I think, 1, 2, maybe 3 horses, which means there's a couple people over here camping out here for the evening. And of course, those stars are absolutely amazing. And I'm just so excited about this game. It just looks so beautiful. I mean, let me know below in the comment section. If I miss anything, feel free and chime in below. And let me know your thoughts regarding the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer. I mean, this looks beautiful. Next scene, of course, is during the daytime, and I think this is a different farm than the one we saw a few moments ago. Obviously, this guy got himself some deer, some venison, and he's taking it back home to the missus, probably. I see, got, I don't know, what is that, a Winchester he has in his hand? Of course, he has his horse, a deer, and of course, you see a windmill in the distance. Once again, the hills. And there's a little bird sitting there on the fence. That is really cool looking. And it looks like it might be a cardinal, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, in the background, you see, once again, the mountains. I mean, I would love to live somewhere like this. It's just beautiful. The next scene, of course, I believe this could be a river, maybe. And obviously, a canoe. So you got one person paddling. You got one person sitting up front. So I guess you could say canoes are confirmed in Red Dead Redemption 2, which could mean that this game actually is going to be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption, because so far in the trailer, I haven't really seen anything that would, you know, sway that one way or the other, with the exception of the obvious fact that Red Dead Redemption takes place in 1911 at the very end of the American Old West. So theoretically, the only direction Rockstar could go with the Red Dead series is backwards to perhaps the late 1800s. So it's a really cool scene there, and I don't know if we're going to actually be able to use canoes in the game, or is this just going to be a part of the story, or is this just set up just to give a look for the trailer? Obviously, it's during the morning as well, because you see the fog rolling in the background. It's just an absolutely, you know, beautiful shot here. And of course, another scene is really cool. Now, this might make you think that it's set in the 20th century, but just because there's trains, believe it or not, there were trains in the 1800s. There was also telegraph lines, and I believe that's what that is in the far background behind the train. I think that is a telegraph line. That was one of the main forms of communication besides snail mail during the 1800s. And of course, you see this herd of buffalo, absolutely beautiful. You can see more grass, more hills, mountains further on the further back you go. And it's just amazing how lost you can get just by just sitting there just staring on into the distance, as if we're actually out there in the middle of, you know, nowhere, just admiring nature itself. So it's a very beautiful shot with the train and the buffalo, and I believe that is a telegraph line. The next scene is in a town. I don't know if this is a big town or a small town, but you see this stagecoach riding by. The detail on the stagecoach looks absolutely amazing. It looks great. And of course, as the stagecoach rolls by, you see Worth's General Store. Well, where's Herbert Moon? Where is he? Well, if it's a prequel, obviously, I don't know if Herbert Moon would have a store just yet. Maybe Herbert Moon will be an assistant here. I don't know. But it's very detailed as well. You see Worth's General Store. I'm guessing the guy with the apron is Worth. Maybe this is his kids. You know, maybe that's his daughter over there in the dress. And maybe that's his wife sitting on the bench right behind him. Of course, they sell whiskey. Whiskey's at the top bill. Well, right underneath fresh fruit, so that's good. They got fresh fruit, whiskey, groceries, dry goods. Let's see, other things as well, cloth and linen. So that's pretty good. I mean, it's basically the Walmart Supercenter of the 1800s here at Worth's General Store. And I don't know, I think that this is going to be set in the late 1800s because, I mean, the road's muddy, but at the same time, another interesting observation, there appears to be electricity. I think that is an electric light right up there in the right-hand corner. I could be wrong about that, but I think electricity might have started becoming a thing in the late 1800s. Obviously, it was in the 1900s. So there's obviously, you know, the Old West, you know, blending in with more and more technology as we continue to, you know, invent new things that we take for granted in the modern day. Then again, that could be just a gas-powered light. I don't know for sure what it might be. I mean, it looks more like a typical electric line or an electric light than gas-powered. But I could be wrong about that. But then again, this could be just a liberty that Rockstar is making with the game. The next scene, of course, is inside of what appears to be a horse stable at a farm or a ranch. And you have this guy getting on this horse with some cattle wandering by. And maybe he's going to go out and take them out on the field, on the plain, you know, to graze for a while. Maybe he's a ranch handler. Maybe this is the same character we saw at the very beginning of the game, you know, climbing over that the hill, you know, with the sun in the background. Maybe this is the lone rider, and this might have been, you know, one of his jobs in the game. The next scene, of course, is very interesting because it's back, I believe, in the same town. And it looks like the building to the left is bombed out. So it might have been burned by fire or perhaps in some sort of war, maybe a civil war, maybe the you know, other wars that happened during the time, or maybe there was an attack of bandits, but it does look like it's been devastated by something. So it's kind of a rundown town, but you do see some poles which indicate either telegraph lines or power lines. And once again, appears to be another street light as well. And you see this guy behind this wagon. He has, I don't know what kind of, is that a shotgun? Could be a shotgun. You have another guy riding on another wagon. And of course you see these buzzards eating what appears to be either a coyote. I think it's a coyote. I don't think that's a wolf. And obviously to the right you have a dog barking at the buzzards because I guess he wants his own piece of the action. And here's the interesting part. This is when we actually get a little bit of narration. There is some narration in this trailer. And it's a voice that I don't recognize from Red Dead Redemption. And it says, "Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over." That's the quote. And it pans out throughout several of these scenes. But this is another cool scene, obviously in an oil field. And it's been set ablaze. I don't think it was an accident. You have some oil still working, some of these oil rigs, along with the windmill. Once again, a telegraph line, but then again, some of them appear to be set on fire. And then I think this could very well be the same lone rider we saw at the very beginning of the trailer. You see him surrounded by fire. He's approaching this scene of devastation, and it appears to be maybe a Winchester in his hand. I could be wrong about that as well, but still, a really cool scene. And once the voice guy, the narrator, says that this is over, that's when it quickly pans to this awesome scene of the 7 guys you see in the trailer teaser image. They're riding on horses, heading towards something over the plains. As they get closer, it's very apparent that we can't see what they look like because they're all wearing masks. And yes, there are 7 of them. It looks absolutely beautiful. The horses are very well detailed, just like the clothing on all 7 of these individuals, who I guess are going to play a key role in Red Dead Redemption 2. And I took several shots of this image as well. More up close there. You look at the horses as well. Like the horse on the right, you can see the fact that you can see its teeth as they're running. They're breathing, trying to keep up. You know, taking in deep breaths while they're galloping across this field. More up close shots. You see the guy on the left side. It appears he has 2 pistols in his hand. He's double wielding while he's with his horse. One hand he has a pistol along with his reins of the horse, and the other hand he has another pistol. And you have another guy beside him. He has what appears to be either a rifle or a shotgun. And to the far right, you have another guy who appears to have a short barrel shotgun, I think. And then, of course, another up-close shot here, too. It's just really cool to see the way the camera pans through these 7 outlaws, renegades, riding down the plain, going really fast. Either they're running towards something or running away from something. And, of course, you see the dust kicking up as they head towards whatever's beyond them, the hills, the mountains beyond. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I am really excited about Red Dead Redemption 2. This trailer is just a small taste of what I believe we can expect when Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out in fall 2017. Currently going to be available for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. But don't be surprised if it eventually comes out for PC, because Rockstar's already mentioned in their announcement that there is going to be an online version of Red Dead Redemption 2. And a lot of people believe, including myself, that it's going to be called Red Dead Online. So it's going to be very similar to Grand Theft Auto Online. And if it's as successful for Rockstar as Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be, and Red Dead Online, I'm almost willing to bet that there's going to be a PC version of Red Dead Redemption 2. It's just that Rockstar doesn't want to throw it out there right away. They want to get it right, as they did for the PC version of Grand Theft Auto 5. So let me know your thoughts below in the comment section regarding Red Dead Redemption 2, the trailer. What did I miss? Because I'm sure I probably missed a few things. I always love seeing what you guys saw that I didn't see. Does this build up the hype train for you? Are you really, really excited for Red Dead Redemption 2? Do you think this is going to be a sequel or a prequel to Red Dead Redemption? Do you think this is going to involve John Marston, Dutch, Bill Williamson, the rest of the Dutch gang? Let me know below in the comment section what your thoughts are regarding Red Dead Redemption 2 coming fall 2017.